Black African Power. Welcome to the rebirth of the African Civilization Show, the home of the Ra Squad. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. Yeah, and guess what? We come to do what we got to do because we're going to do what we got to do. We standing strong, we standing tall, and we organizing that truth. Yeah, family, what's up? What's good? Y'all know it was going to have to end up this way. We was going to have to give the community a chance to ask their questions on the ordinary things that's swirling in the community. So now, y'all going to get y'all chance, right, to go ahead and ask the brother polite questions, quote unquote, on what we're deeming status correction, or what he's deeming status correction, right, or what we think status correction is. I think we need to really figure out what the hell is status correction, right? What is meant when polite says it, right? Is it different from other status corrections? What is it that the people are looking for when they file for status correction with anybody amongst the Moors, amongst the sovereign citizens, anybody dealing with that sovereign? So we really need to kind of really need to hone in on what's going on and what it is people are expecting to get out of these things. Because I find it to be very, very interesting, and, man, we having a lot of problems with it, and we need to get some clarity on the situation and what better place but on the Ra Squad, right? Get that clarity again. And this is what we're going to do now. The family's calling in. All that disrespectful shit is out the door. We're not going to do that. All right? You know, the brother's taking time out his day, all right, to go ahead and get us a chance to answer some questions. All right? And so we're going to have to do that respectfully. If you come on here with that bull crap, you're going to get that black ice. All right? You come and talk about DVDs or I ain't get this book. It ain't what we're talking about right now. We're dealing with the issue at hand, right? We need some clarity. The community want to ask some questions. Everybody acting like they can't ask no questions. Well, this is your chance. This is your time to go ahead and get that in. But let me get the squad in here first. Ishmael Law. I'm a Raw Squad Up. What's good, family?
I'm a Raw Squad Up. Peace to you, brother. How you doing this evening, family?
Hey, man, we here, standing in queue. You already know what it is, bro.
Woo! You already know what it is, brother. It's always good to hear you, talk to you, of course.
Yeah,
definitely want to welcome Brother Polite to the show, too. But, definitely, it's always good to build with the family, bro.
Yeah, that's right, man. We're going to build it just right, man. I need to figure out his number, man. Let me see. I see my man, Smash Rock. Smash Rock Wells, what's good? What's happening, bro? I'm a Raw Squad Up. Arrow
I'm a Raw
up.
Squad Up. Magi Archers in the building. What's up? What's up, Ish? What's up, Aunt?
Hey, we here.
Yeah. I want to learn. I'm here to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like the rest of the conscious community, or whatever you want to call the community. I'm here to learn. So I want to hear what's up.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, sir. Big teacher. Yes, sir.
Oh, let me see where you at, man. I'm looking for should be like an 818 number. Let me see. Hold on. Get that right. All right. See, hit me, figure out what it is. Hit one on your keypad, right? Listening in. Hit that one so we can go ahead and get you up in there. I know brother saw another stop by. Where you at, Saul? All right. Said he'd be calling in 2 minutes. That's good. It's just I want to first of all let me do this. Who got that noise in the background? I hear some music. There's only one of y'all.
That ain't me.
Man.
No, that ain't me. I'm cool.
Okay.
What happened? I had mine on mute.
Oh.
All right, so who else on the line, dude?
Hell no, it's only us three. Ain't nowhere in the hell. I'm in the cone of silence, goddamn it.
Hey, look, I'm gonna beat all that up. That might be my phone. I'm sitting in the car on Bluetooth.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so that's Blog Talk listening in. Meet the damn line out, Blog Talk. Cut the crap. Funny. Hey, look, check this out, man. This show is brought to you by Medieval Upheaval. All right? I'm going to say this again. This particular episode is brought to you by Medieval Upheaval, a catalog of bloody European evils by Shishak Kemet. All right, y'all can get that at the store. Okay? Man, powerful book detailing European history, man. All right? Also, in the Raw Squad store, need to be put in there, is Marcus, a story and coloring book. All right? This for your children, right? African-American, African children, right? So we need these types of things to have in our homes instead of dealing with the Europeans. All right? And this is how we're doing it. Okay? Also, all the Armor Raw Squad scholars, support them and they book. We got the Magi, the Handbook for the Conscious Community. Okay? We also got the Meta-Netra, Beginner's Guide to Meta-Netra. We also got the works of Asar Hotep, Ways of Love, and what is the other name of his book? Alu Jawah. All right? And we also got, my new book coming out. I'm going to have that in Philly. All right? And go ahead and bash some people up real quick. All right? They think they know, because they really don't. But okay, so also I want to shout out to the Mossy Warrior Clan. Man, they got that GoFundMe, making sure the people in Flint, all right, get that water. And I'm appreciating the brothers with their feet on the ground. They doing that. Also, shout out to Team Osiris, okay? So, it is what it is. It's going to be a powerful show. We're just going to get it in, man. So let me ask you, Ish, since you to resonate more, it seemed to be a lot of different things when we talk about this status correction, bro. I mean, that's just what it is, man. And I always thought it would be a goddamn scam. In my mind, right? So you could never think, I never thought that I could get out of paying taxes, not having a license plate, not having a license, you know what I'm saying, being able to get off parole, any of that, disappearing off the map. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that'd be the truth, brother. So, right. I mean, it's different types of things going on, bro.
It is, brother.
You get my point?
We're talking about. We are. We're talking about a lot of different legal statuses, and there are various definitions that can be applied to it. When somebody's talking about like changing their legal status or altering their legal status in some way, shape, or form, you have to be clear on what are you talking about. Are you talking about the sovereign citizen white people version? Are you talking about, applying your nationality? Are you talking about altering your status as a 13th or 14th Amendment citizen? Are you talking about altering your or standing upon your UCC rights, which are your commercial rights, going from public to private? There are various ways that you can explain this. So what you have to ask is, when somebody's making that claim, exactly what are you talking about? For instance, we have, within my family, we have land grant. And the land grant is for our family to have our acreage of land, which is a total of 120 acres, is to stay into our family forever, deeded to us from the president, and it's tax-free. And that's for eternity. The only person that separates our family from our land is, quote-unquote, God itself by law. So we don't pay any tax on that land. That's from a status. That's from
what?
That's from owning. That's from own. Sure, it's a land patent that's passed down from home rights that we've had since the 1800s. This land grants certain families, if you own the land patent, you own these acreage of lands forever, and you never pay taxes on this land. So you own this land forever for you and your descendants. that's a lot of that is gathered from you being a legal citizen and your rights as a citizen. The Constitution protects a landowner and his rights of his land forever. That's a form of what your rights are as a citizen within this country. But there were many other people who had that right also, but they were driven off of their land. So you have to understand the history of how black people's lands were stolen from them, particularly in the Southeast, in the South. And if you were able to maintain your land without being lynched, without being killed or robbed, then you would still have legal remedies for that. So when a person's telling you that they're giving you this kind of information, you have to find out, well, what status are you talking about if you're going to be offering me what you call status correction? What status correction are you talking about? Are you trying to give me land grants? Are you trying to say that I have legal remedies on the commercial side of the law? Because the Constitution has two sides. It has a public side and a private side. So, that's where the UCC is coming in. That's for your commercial business, what you're doing business as. You have to get clarity on that. It's independent of you being, quote, unquote, a Moor. It has nothing to do with that at all, to be honest with you. But that's what you need to clarify when somebody's giving you that line of changing your status. And that's what we need to find out from Brother Polite or anyone else who's coming in that vein. What way are you talking about? Please explain that to us.
Man, see, you up
you
on
connect
that, man.
phone ready.
What is that noise? Hey, what's going on, Bungie? Mossy Warrior Clan family. I'm Raw Squad Up. What's good? Spears up, brother.
Mossy Warrior Clan, Spears up. Shout out to Raw Squad. Shout out to the Magi. Shout out to Partner. Somebody's background crazy.
I got it. That was us, man. Go ahead.
Shout out to the Partner Research Team. Shout out to New Era Detroit. What's up, African, that held me down with the Flint Dirty Water Project we got going on with the GoFundMe. Just tuning in, man, listening. Y'all bring up the paperwork to get out of jail free card. Once y'all start building, I wanted to touch on an economic program I went over ish with a while back, and ask y'all how y'all feel in regards to that being our true sovereignty.
You can catch that in the extra overtime. We want to.
All right, I'll wait.
We want to get you polite on this.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll wait.
A lot of people think he ain't answering the questions. They can't get to him. Yada yada yada. So I'm about.
We on the radio show now.
I done took enough goddamn blows. You know what I'm saying? It's if I was in the goddamn business and know exactly what he was doing. I don't even understand that. It's the extra job of explaining it. I mean, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, man, if I don't understand something, I don't fuck with it. So, you know what I mean? You need to be, man, I got something off of Brother Polite's website, right? And, I mean, this shit, you got to read this shit, man. You can't just say, I'm going to do this and do that. You got to read it. It tells you right here, like 5, and say, how long does the status correction take to be complete? Hey, the status correction can be done within 60 to 90 business days. So if you already howling, screaming before that time up, you out of order because you ain't reading. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. And I ain't going to get into it. Oh, let me get you in here, Big Ben, so then we can get Mossy Warrior playing. Ben.
Hey, is Ish still there?
Hey, Black African Power, man. What's going on, brothers?
What's good, bro?
Peace,
man.
brother Ben. Peace, brother.
Hey, man, I'm glad you doing this show right here, man, because I got some questions for Mr. Amin Ra Senatum Ray, a.k.a. Polite. I got some questions about this status correction. I think the people need to know this. I'm glad he's taking out time to come on the radio and address these rumors, man, because a lot of things are being said. A lot of people, memes flying over Facebook, people calling in the shows, I'm making threats, all that type of stuff, right? So we need to already know what is status correction, what can you do with it, and I went to look the thing up, and I realized that status correction is different, depending on who you talk to. So we need to know what version he's bringing to the table, right? And maybe we can get into some other things that other services he provides as well, because I got some questions about those. But I'm glad that this show is happening, man.
Yeah, well, so we just want to deal with that because that seemed to be the issue at hand. We ain't dealing with all the goddamn services. Goddamn, this ain't a new Covers commercial. Goddamn it, we trying to deal strictly with the status correction and the shit that we all caught up in, right? So,
right.
You know what I mean? I think the brother deserve a chance. You know what I mean? I'm tired of hearing that shit. You know what I mean? You know, a friend of the family, it's just a bunch of crap. Right, wrong, or indifferent, so I think he needs a chance to do that. What was you going to say, Bungie?
I wanted to ask you something, right? I just wanted to clarify or qualify something before we even get into anything. And me and you was building about this earlier. Can I just give you a scenario real quick, brother? You being my big brother.
Peace, family. Of course, brother. Of course, God.
All right. You know me, bro. We build a lot, more than people know because I don't talk about everything I do. So let me just ask you, hypothetically speaking, right? If I sold you a get-rich-quick book, right, for $100, and I happen to read the same book, and I say to you, well, you know, I think you should go get your money back for that book, brother, and, you know, ain't nothing going to solve your financial freedom or putting in hard work. Would you then attack me and say that it's my fault that you got ripped out of your $100 for the book and completely ignore the person that you bought the book from? Just a question in general.
No, sir, brother. I would say that anger is misdirected. That's what I was saying.
Thank you. Okay. I just want to clarify that because I don't understand why they coming at Aunt and everybody coming at me like, oh, you just sticking up. But logically, even to be objective, it makes no sense. And it feels like, certain people have agendas. But I guess we'll save that for later. I just wanted to clarify that. My bad if I was thinking of anybody.
No, you good. I just don't think people is even ready for the program that the brother was even presenting. I don't even think it's for them, to be honest with you. But let's get Brother Polite in here. Let me see.
True.
Smash, you want to add something real quick before we go to Brother Polite?
Yeah, nah, this is all good. I'm on mute. I got my phone on mute. Let's get to Polite.
All right, let's get to Polite, man. Black African Power, I'm Ross brought up. Brother Polite, what's good, man?
Peace.
What's up, bro?
And I also have my brother, Lawan Abram, on the phone. He's the head founder, Lester Supreme Grand Ambassador of our community. He's the head caseworker above all the other caseworkers in our community. So I have him on the line to give clarity, speak on his own behalf as well, since I separated myself from doing some of all the administrative tasks for the most part. So it'd be ideal to also have him on the line as well.
Yeah, is he I got to open his line, all right?
Nah, he's on the phone with us.
I'm on the phone.
Got him. Okay.
I'm good.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Where you been at? What's
up, brother? I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man. We have a very large organization, so he get to be out front, I get to be in the back.
Okay. All right.
That's true.
Okay, man. All right. So, I'm glad to have you on here. And, man, we try to get some shit accomplished. All right. So let's do this for a minute, bro. Like, there's a lot of shit going around where people get their money scammed out of dealing with the status correction. So what's the primary difference in what they're talking about when they say status correction? Hold on, we got some background noise. Now, come on, yo. Y'all got it. Y'all got to the background. Let me see. Hold on. I'll find it. I'm going to find it. Oh, hold on. I'll find it. I'm messing up the daggone thing, man. Let me see.
Yeah, my phone stay on mute. That ain't me. I think everybody should.
Yeah, but my phone stay on mute too. I don't know why
I'm
doing that, man. Golly, man.
That ain't me. Look, okay, so watch this. Check this out, Polite. Now, like I was basically saying, we know it's a lot of get-rich-quick schemes. We got a lot of schemes. One of them landed Wesley Snipes in jail, right? So a lot of times when people want to get their status correction, it's almost like they want to get out of their responsibilities. So basically, we want to know, right, what's the difference between what you got and what they got? And my question is serious. Why the hell did you name it the same damn thing, bro? Like, that's what this shit is really getting fucked up at.
Well,
let's talk about that real quick.
This is great.
Hold on, Polite. I want to say something quick, Polite. Don't give me the million-year answers. I need some like a minute answers, right? So we can get other people in here.
Well, I won't be able to do it.
People
then.
claim. You can't.
I would rather
you
ask me less questions. I would rather you ask me less questions than to tell me to reduce my answers to 1 minute.
Well, because but have a mechanism in your mind. You feel me? Like, so answer.
Yeah, my mechanism is go mode. I stay in go mode.
I know you do.
So you can just remind me. You can just tell me if you need me to shorten it up while I'm talking. You can do that for me.
Where's you at?
Oh, polite. You know that you're a chatterbox sometimes. We're just saying keep it. I'm
gonna tell you this. If people allowed me to be the chatterbox that I am, then they wouldn't have as much as questions as they do right now.
No doubt.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious because I wrote 90+ books, 20+ of which pertains to law and commerce, but people buy into services they don't read about. So the only thing they can do left is listen. And if they listen and my answers are condensed, then now we're back in the same place we started at. But I will respect the platform so we can get through as much as we can. Okay. And I'll just ask you to remind me to shorten it up if you feel like I need to.
For sure. That's fair enough.
So that question is, what's the difference between what you selling under the same banner, same name, and what other people are selling that we clearly know is a scam? So why is it yours a scam and that is? Go ahead, brother.
Okay, well, let me say this at first. LaJuan, you still on, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you can chime in when I'm done. This is what needs to be established first.
Okay.
If you can really take some time out to think about this community, the popular term was nationalizing. That was the popular term, nationalizing. And people oftentimes misconstrue nationalizing for status correction because of a lack of knowledge. So when you ask, why name it after the same thing that people have been doing after fraud? No, people committing fraudulent acts have named their service after that which I have popularized.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that we have to take into consideration. Now, we have video recordation of status correction, and then people who come in later and say, we know how to do it better. But do you have a record of them saying they know how to do it better before I came on the scene? No, they came after me and said we can provide status correction. So this is on record. The oldest record of you finding people talking about status correction, I implore you look for it. Then find all the scams and schemes and plots of the people that are doing it or the people that are complaining about it, and when you'll come to terms that Brother Polite has popularized the term status correction, all right? And from Brother Polite, when people realized their astrology scams wasn't working, when they realized their palmistry scams wasn't working, when they realized their nationalizing scams wasn't working, when they realized all the other hustles that they was doing in the community, I wouldn't even say wasn't working. When they saw me making a significant amount of money, they then turned on and became masters of economics and commerce, masters of business and commerce. That's what took place, bro. People saw me making money, and everybody said, well, fuck it, I'm switching the doctrine. That's what happened.
Yes.
And I'm not even mad at them for doing that. That makes perfect sense. If your shit ain't working and someone else is, it's a marketplace. But rather than them come and learn from me directly, they took the time out to say, oh, that's not the way to do it. I know more than him about his own thing. Let me go and try to do it too. So first and foremost, number one, I didn't name my project or that which we service after somebody else's service. Doesn't work like that. That's one. Two, you have a PDF that's been on that website for as long as we've been doing it. And on that PDF, Brother Unc,
yep,
it doesn't merely just say status correction.
No.
Because that would be a blanket statement.
Mm-hmm.
There's legal terms that follow after it. And it says defeasance of the statute staple, statute merchant. That's what it says after it. So if there was any question about
what the hell
what
is that,
type of performance.
What is that? What the hell is that?
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you're talking about defeasance, you're talking about holding a debtor or bond null and void. When you're talking about a staple, you're talking about a marketplace where people can buy and sell from each other. Okay, these are common law terms. These are more ancient terms, but these terms are still being applied today in law. And go ahead, Lawan. You go in. We take turns.
Okay, yes, it's definitely being applied today because it's an old practice. It's an old practice where I hear a noise like somebody phone vibrating.
No, go ahead. That's somebody taking the phone. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, yes, where the mayor of the staple, which is the marketplace, had a recognizance bond on whoever owed the staple money. All right, and the recognizance bond was actually applied to the heirs and executors of whoever purportedly owed the money to the staple. All right, that is being applied today. So we have to actually get from under that, change the status, and have standing in commerce. We know that debtors can own property because when you buy a house, right, you are the borrower, but you're also called the owner, okay? But what happens is that a debtor can be called an owner, but he doesn't control the property. That is a secure transaction, okay? With a secure transaction, the what's missing is the purchase money security interest in the property. What they're doing is actually pledging the property as collateral for the loan. All right, when we're talking about status correction, right, when we're talking about status correction, we want to defeat all of that and be first in time, first in line when it comes to our assets, when it comes to our commercial well-being, okay? When we build with a person that comes in, all right, the first thing I want to know is what is your mode of economics? What is it that you do? Are you a truck driver? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a shoemaker? Are you a barber? What do you do? What is your mode? And I'm going to perfect what you do, okay? Because we can't just build on paperwork. We can't just build on paperwork. There must be a mode of production, okay? Now, so when people come in, they're under the auspices that, we can just we can use this to buy a car. We can use this to buy a house. We can use this to get out of jail. All these things make no sense. No sense whatsoever, okay, because it's not a magic show, man. And that's what I say to everybody. And whoever comes in, they can tell you, those are Lawan's words. This is not a magic show. You feel me? We're going to have a mode of production. We're going to talk about perfecting your plan. And if you want to build it on real estate, we're going to build it on the best real estate. If you want to build it on retail, we're going to build it on the best retail business. If you want to build it on franchising, we're going to build it on the best franchising business. You understand? When I'm talking to them, okay, and we're talking about paperwork, it cannot end there. We're going to talk about how is it that you're going to make more money. Where's the disposable income coming from? Where is it that you're going to be investing? Because if you don't invest a third of your money monthly, you will fail. I don't care who you are. I got clients that are NBA stars. I got clients that are NFL stars. Right. Okay, and I tell them the same thing. You will fail if you're not investing a third of your money.
And that does not mean give the money to us. Just to say it, Lawan, because I'm telling you, people are crazy. I'm telling you that. They're going to think that in their head. People are crazy. Go ahead.
No way. I don't invest anyone's money, okay? I would rather show you how, okay? I have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of certifications in real estate to last me forever, okay? I was born and grown up in real estate. So if I imparted it to you, that's my gift to you. If I teach you how to flip houses, whether it be through tax liens or tax deeds or just rehabbing a property and turning it over with investor money, that's my gift to you. If that's your mode of production, but you're going to pick one when we talk. When we have a conversation, you're going to tell me what it is you want to do. And I'm going to give you a plan that is designed specifically for you. And nobody can refute that. Nobody could get on this show right now and call in and say that I've never designed a custom plan for them with the paperwork, with the trust, and with the mode of production. If you and to the
those are members.
Yes, and those are members. And to the guy that's talking about certain people can have land grants or land patents. Yeah, that's the problem. Certain people, but you can't name who those people are. I have to deal with people in over 50 jurisdictions of all over the world, and I'm going to tell them, oh, well, you know what, certain people can do this. No, that's why I have to have a dose of reality and no magic in this whole thing, because I can't just tell people only this happens for certain people, only that happens for families. No, I can't do that. We got to build it from the ground up. If you're a bum on the street, I got to be able to lift you up, give you character, and show you how to make this money. I got to show you how to use it, show you how to budget, show you how to invest, show you where to put it, show you how to protect your asset after you receive it. I will never, ever engage in a relationship with somebody that does not yield tangible results. And anybody that knows me can tell you that. Only the people that are talking is people that have never had a conversation with me. And I would never tell somebody we could give you a get out of jail free card. That is stupid. If you did this, I mean, like, yo, dude, I mean, like, you got in trouble. You feel me? I'm going to show you how to do something after the fact, but I ain't going to deal with your past. I'm dealing with your future. All right?
What about parole, brother? What about parole? Did you promise to get somebody off of parole?
Here we go.
I would never do that. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Parole, no, because it's predicated on economics. I can't talk to you about parole and talk about economics in the same sentence. I'm like, no, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what to do with that. I would not even tell you that I knew what to do with the parole situation. Like, yo, go see your parole officer. I mean, like, do what you got to do. But I'm gonna show you how to budget. I'm gonna show you how to make small investments to build on. I'll show you how to get investor money with valuations on real estate where you can get hard money easily. I'll make things easy for you. You understand, where you can think easy when it comes to getting money. But I'm not going to sit around here and tell you I'm gonna get you off of parole. I've never said anything like that in my life.
All right, can I clarify something then? Number one, all right. The brother quoted about the land grants and the land patents. I use that quote because that's my family. That's me. I own the land grant and I own the land patent. So that's why I use that as an example.
But do you understand that I cannot teach that? You understand that I cannot teach that when I'm dealing with thousands of families? I can't teach land patents.
I'm sorry, brother. I didn't cut you off, brother. I didn't cut you off. I was just using it as an example of there are various ways that can be described as status correction. And I said that there were multiple ways that it could be described. That was just one way that it was being explained as a status. That's all it was. It was just an example. But I just wanted to clarify something.
No problem.
So you would be on the same page with us if someone came to Ankh and said that he was, on a certain status with the corrections. Say that he was on parole and he came to Brother Ankh asking for advice on something. You would be on the same page as us and telling that person, look, that's not going to work for you, right? We're all on the same page with that, right? I don't think that Brother Polite would sell a package saying that we could get you out of this status. I don't think Polite would engage in that. So if someone came to Ankh and Ankh said, that's not going to work for you, brother, you have to go talk to him to get your money back, we would all be in agreement with that, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I think y'all explained that. I think y'all explained that well, and I think that totally makes sense, that if somebody came to y'all with that, you would say, no, we can help you with, now that you're out, you can take X amount of funds and we can work this way. But I don't think that you were saying that you can alter a situation that had already happened and then putting them in a different status. I definitely I believe you on that.
Well, okay. This is something else that has to be taken into consideration. Mm-hmm. With the book excerpts that you can read online at newcovenant.com. That's NU-COVENANT.com. With
that's
book
the
excerpts,
one I got, correct?
One of which,
that's what I got, right?
One of which called, that Ankh has. One of which Ankh has in his possession, breaking down status correction for about 12 pages. Granted, there's an introductory process for the first 2 or 3. Just taking into consideration that there's over 20 books written on subject matters that allude to, conform to, subscribe to, or adhere to that which we identify as status correction. Keeping in mind that you also have book excerpts that expound on these matters from our website and pages. In fact, we have the largest library or access to resource material that is based on what we service to the people, more than anyone else in the community. When it comes to whatever it is that they teach, we have an actual library written by people from our community. Brother Lawan has several publications that has been made or produced by way of my publishing company. I have several publications as well, okay? So what I'm saying is, and on top of it, we have lessons. So what's not fair is this, my brother. I'm going to tell you what's not fair. After you have several lessons, books that are exclusive to members, books that are available to the public, over 20 in number, and then book excerpts that they can read online, as well as a plethora of free video content and audio content online. People can get away with saying what I teach and what I don't teach. I haven't revised none of the books. I haven't revised none of the lessons. I haven't revised none of the book excerpts you can see online. I haven't taken down any videos. Everything is as is since the time it has been published as of 3-4 years ago. And still to this day, people can tell you what my material means and represents without even quoting anything from any of my publications. That's not fair. And parole has never been mentioned in any of my publications. So we are dealing with functionally illiterate people, and that is the problem.
All right. Okay.
And all we try to do is raise the cognizance of people.
Hold on for a minute, brother. Let me jump in for a minute. Okay, so so now the rubber is on the road right now, so we got that cleared up. So if you was trying to get parole, or you're trying to not pay taxes, if you're trying to be a person just not even here in the United States, part of that, you're paying money on the wrong thing. And you know what I'm saying?
Let me
be honest with you. Hold on. Let me make this point. Be honest with you. I had to go look at some of the literature myself because, people was on my head talking about, why you ain't looking at yours? So, I got some of the literature, and none of this literature right here says none of the things that everybody was saying. So now I'm kind of confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say, well, okay, I'm looking at this. People need to really read before they spend their damn money. It's 2016. If you just spending money, you people are not read the information yet, and you're expecting something that's not even a part of what the literature is saying. Whose fault is that, though, at the end of the day? Whose fault is that? Let's watch this. Let me let Brother Consul in here, Kim Osiris. And I want you to go ahead and ask a question. You got a question there, Brother Consul. Kim Osiris, what's up?
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, peace, King. Peace, everybody on the line. I'm a Rock Squad up.
Yes, sir.
My job up.
I'm a Rock Squad up, family. Peace to you, brother.
Definitely. I do have a couple, just, a question for understanding. I would like to know the definitive term, according to the nomenclature of New Covenant, what status correction means in that, because it can mean different things. And
well, this is the problem, brother. Let's go real quick.
Yes, sir. Yep.
When people tell us it can mean different things, it's like, how do you take our terminology and tell us what it means? Now, I'm not offending you, bro. I'm telling you that I popularized the term. This thing is, people took it, did what they want with it, fucked it up, and everyone's asking me, yo, which one is yours? This is crazy. When I say this, and this is verbatim, and I say this all the time, your status correction ascertains your political legal disposition, your limited commercial capacity, as well as your genetic reference as it relates to your nationality. There's three different things, or three key exponents that status correction can ascertain. And status correction can be broken down into 9 different portents, okay, which is inclusive of a trust, one of which you would more likely be funding. And it is personalized. And you will not find trusts that are personalized. Other companies will have you fund their trust. These are things that, first of all, why people should read the lessons so they can get acclimated to the terminologies, so they can be responsive to the information. So again, status correction ascertains your political legal disposition, your limited commercial capacity, and your genetic reference as it relates to nationality. There are a host of things that can take place under our constructs. I can only speak for us when I say this. So when we say political legal disposition, hello?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, hello? Okay.
Yeah, I'm clear about the phone.
It's just some of the noise pollution in the background.
Yeah. I want. Okay, now that you've given clarity to that it is a trust. Is this an express trust? And are you saying a personalized
Is it what kind of trust? Say it again, my brother.
Is this an express trust?
Express trust.
Yeah,
go ahead, brother Luan.
See, this is the thing, right? You know, I think people are a trust is a contractual agreement for the benefit of another. No matter what you call it, the language, the corpus, that which is within the trust is going to determine whether it's an express trust, a pure trust, insurance trust,
living trust,
a holding trust, a living trust. You know, that the language
irrevocable
will determine.
Okay, I don't mean to cut you off because I don't want to give. I'm not asking interrogative questions to try to create subterfuge here. What I want to do is clarify my question so we can be progressive in this. Does the trust include a trustor, trustee, beneficiary, and res?
Correct. That's the epitome of what a trust is. It's property held on behalf of another with a beneficiary.
Okay, with these elements that are indicative of a trust, is this trust, who is the trust? Who would be the trustor? The person that is applying for the trust through New Covenant?
It depends on the trust, because if you're dealing with a living trust, for instance, or even a tax lien trust, for instance, your settlor, your trustee, and your beneficiary would be all one and the same. It depends on what type of trust you're talking about.
One thing we do.
Well, that's why I asked that first, and then the brother interjected. The brother interjected and tried to generalize all of them, and that's why I asked why was it an express trust. That's why I asked, Brother Paul.
I want to say something, my brother. One thing that we do not do is we do not make ourselves a trustee, a trustor, or a beneficiary of no one's trust.
Maybe that's what he's looking for, I guess.
I already know where it's going, so we can actually cut that right then and there. We do not make ourselves any part of anyone's trust, never.
I mean, it wouldn't make it a bad thing if you did. I'm
glad that y'all clarified that. That's very good for the public to know. So I definitely thank y'all for clarifying that. That's very important.
Yes, because
important.
I've seen organizations. Yes, when people come in, they show me what they've gotten from other organizations, and I tell them that's wrong. They shouldn't. They shouldn't put themselves in that place. They shouldn't do that to you. I'll do you another one, and you will not see my name anywhere in it. Okay.
And there's nobody has one out there with us on it. No one.
Right. And that's very good, brother Ankh and stuff. That's very good that they emphasize that, because you're right. There's people that'll put that as a revocable trust, and they'll actually put that authority over to someone else, and this person will be doing their bidding for them with the authority. But that's good that they're able to clarify their position on that. So that was very important.
Okay. You know what, Consul? Man, that's some good questions. Now I'm saying, hit one of y'all keypads. Y'all already know this. I'm a Raw Squad show. You can't come in with no bullshit questions. Right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to expose this and expose that. Y'all need to have y'all shit together before y'all call in here. We're not gonna deal with the foolery. Have your reference shit right. All right? And this ain't gonna be no easy go ahead and topple that shit, because I'm thinking they know what the hell they talking about. All right? And so
you going to the calls right now? Because remember, I got to get on a flight.
I'm going to the calls right now. Here we go. All right. Okay, cool. Here we go. 414. Your line is open. 414. Your line is open. What's your question? I'm Raw Squad up. 414. All right. Boom. 917. Your line is open. I'm Raw Squad up. What's your question for the brother?
Yes. I wanted to ask, what's the difference between just being able to do like the status correction and being able to buy like a property and being able to buy property in a group like I'm a person that does well with my hands. I do construction. I've done construction. Let's say that. about 8 years, and I was thinking about investing like the Detroit area where a lot of people are going to, do things like that. What is it that getting a status correction makes it so much better for me? If I could buy a property for a few $1,000s out there, why would I get the status correction? That's the question I have. As a person with skill.
No problem.
So, all right.
No problem.
All right, brother
Lamar, you heard the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna say my part, and you can say a part. We're gonna just diversify the answer as much as we can to give the people as much as free information as possible, because I charge for consultation, so this is free. This is a donation, thanks to the Army Rock Squad. So I just have to put that out there because I'm gonna go in. But anyway, status correction. First of all, when you're talking about status correction, again, we're talking about the archetype of investing. What we're talking about, court. What is court? Court is paperwork. In law, court is paperwork. The courtroom is the place where you discuss the paperwork. It's the room where the paperwork is in question. This is why we say when you go to court, your paperwork shall precede you. The conversation should already take place before you go in there. What does this have to do with any form of investment or real estate? Well, I'll tell you this. When a person is thinking about the acquisition of a property, there are a host of ways to approach getting a property. One of which can be to properly securitize the property, have a plan to properly securitize your property via what's called a perfected claim. Earlier, Brother Lawan was talking about a conditional interest, how a debtor can only conditionally own. That you will find in the UCC code 9-105 in parentheses D, that a debtor can only conditionally own. He said first in time, first in line. This is when one applies a specific form of lien, called a perfected claim, that therefore renders the property reminiscent to that of the way a country owns a property called a allodial title, but on common law scope, when an individual owns a property free of encumbrances, in light of their perfected claim, it renders that property a crown. Who wears a crown? A king or a queen wears a crown. That's where the whole concept of sovereignty comes from with us, or why you see head of the crown prefixed to my name, because that means I own property void of a conditional interest. When you get a status correction, you might say to yourself this might be your business plan or outlook. You might say, Brother Polite, I want to buy some property, but this is the money that I'm dealing with. So we may say, you know what? You might want to get a trust, and you might want to get an insurance policy that you can borrow against. This means you can use insurance to purchase property. This is all about game planning. So you're not using liquid. You're not using cash to try to buy everything like most black people think. I just got to save $400,000 or pay $400,000 eventually so I can own my property. No, you can actually have an insurance, a whole life insurance policy. Whole life insurance policies allow you to borrow against the policy. Will you make the whole life insurance a beneficiary of your trust? No, but you will hold the property in trust, because this is one of your primary methodologies that you're going to employ to protect the property. Nonetheless, what you're going to say is this: I'm going to add my trust on to my whole life insurance policy, because there are tax benefits to that. So when you say there are tax benefits to it, what you're doing is creating a cash and tax deferrable compensation arrangement plan. All you're saying is you won't have to pay cash in the now, so you'll be allowed to build wealth. Where you're going to get the funds to get the property? You're going to get the funds to get the property via an insurance policy, where you only suffer the consequence of a raise in premium per your policy, so you can get cash value up front to buy property, cash that you didn't have previous. Why do you need the status correction or the UCC 1 financing statement? Because you might want to have a conversation between at least 2 companies and yourself, or yourself and the company. Why? Because you may want to have your trust be in private, so to speak, and you may have, let's say, an LLC, and you may want one of your companies to establish a lien on the other company, so whatever asset is beholding to the one in public, the private automatically has a claim to it. first in time, first in line, so no one can ever repossess your property. So you put a lien on your own property by having two different companies, one that functions in the public and one that functions in the private. Where does this conversation take place? This conversation will take place on a UCC-1 financing statement. Who is the debtor and who is the creditor? One will be beholden to the other. Why are you using the financing statement? Why are you using the UCC? Because the UCC is the code that governs secure transactions. You're securitizing your property, and you're trying to avoid the whole legal process that most Negroes go through who have not been educated in this manner. Because I told you earlier before that the paper, right, is the court. Paper is synonymous with court. We're talking law. And the courtroom is where you discuss the paper. If you go about using the UCC the right way, we're not talking about conveying your racial animus. We're not talking about complaining about anything that took place in slavery. We're talking about the rules of engagement when it comes to commerce. If you do these things the right way, then you'll come to terms with the fact that you'll be able to alleviate having to go to court when there's a discrepancy, because you're doing things on instruments that are held up internationally anywhere. This has nothing to do with no pseudoscience or pseudo-legality. Brother Lawan, you can add on. I don't want to go too long to respect the program.
We want to get you the that was a good answer. We probably had to charge people for the show, too.
Let my brother Lawan just throw something, because I know he got a different, another perspective to add.
All right, go ahead, Lawan.
We want to educate the people here.
All right,
go ahead, Lawan.
Yes. All right, so
you know what? I have another question. I'm sorry, sir.
No problem. Just let my brother Lawan try to drop what he got to drop real quick.
What?
No.
Okay.
No. We got like 30 people wait with their hand raised. We can't do it. You get your one good question, yo. You gave long-ass answers, yo.
Cool.
Trying to get you the next one, yo. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, El. I mean, we got more information coming at you.
Yes. So if you're buying in Detroit, right, what you want to know is that, okay, what's the status correction and why does it help me? Okay, when you buying a property, no matter who you are, you still have the status of a debtor, and you still have the status of what is called a volunteer. And the volunteer has imperfect title. He can only hold imperfect title. He cannot hold a perfected title to anything. So when you say, all right, I'm gonna buy a property, okay, but what do I do? Okay, do I go through the regular rigmarole with buying a property with a contract and a lawyer and a title company? What's going to happen? But what's going to happen is this. You are going to be what's going to be transferred with your title is another interest, okay? More interest in the property besides yourself, okay? But the title company doesn't tell you that someone else has an interest in your property other than you, okay? So what do you do to actually defeat that? You have to actually perfect a claim against the property. And you have to precede yourself with paperwork. So when you buy a property, you have to actually do a fixture filing on the property. You have to do a fixture filing on everything that is within that property. Okay, I'm talking about from the doorknobs to the nails that's holding the studs together. Everything, the property itself. The meat and bounds must be in the collateral section of the UCC-1, Section 4. All right, if you're going to do it, you got to do it all the way correct. You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna just buy this and flip it real quick. You're going to have capital gains taxes. That's what the trust comes in. The trust is going to minimize your tax liability. And I want to speak to the taxes that I didn't speak to earlier. Seriously, when it comes to taxation, okay, it's not so much as I'm protesting taxation. It's how you apply your protest. How you say I'm not going to pay taxes. You can't just tell the IRS. The IRS actually has vehicles that are set up for people that do not or want to minimize their tax liability. Okay, so you must actually invest in those vehicles, and those are the insurance policies and the cash and tax deferred compensation arrangements that the brother was talking about. Okay, so now you're saying, all right, cool. Now I got a property. What do? I have to file a UCC-1. You file a UCC-1 on the property because now you have the collateral to do so. And that's one thing about the status correction. I have a folder within it called asset collateral accounts to have people invest in tax liens, tax deeds, and micro loans. And what else? I have so many different investments, small investments. You can invest $100 Series AA bonds from the Treasury Department. I have people investing just to get their foot wet with their investment strategy. Okay? So whenever we talk about status correction, it's all about the asset. It's all about the asset. And the nationality guys, they get on the line, and it's talking about nationality is the most important thing. But guess what? You have a nation, but you have no land. You have a nation, but you don't have a trade. You don't have anything that you're trading with another nation. Who acknowledged you as a nation? All right, cool. You can get somebody to acknowledge you as a nation, but guess what? What is your mode of commerce? Okay, you see Panama has a canal, right? That canal actually fuels their whole economy. All right, so if you're building a nation, if you're saying my family is a nation, you have no land and you have no economy, you have no subjects, what do you really have? You have paperwork. You understand? And that's what I'm trying to get with people. You know, I got to produce tangible results. You feel me? And to the brother, I'm answering your question when it comes to Detroit. You go in there and you buy the property, you do a fixture filing on it, put it in the trust. And you keep on going. You flip within the trust so your tax liability could become lower. And I don't want to give tax advice on this open line, but the thing is that if you talk to your tax accountant and tell him the things that I'm telling you, he will confer with you. He will tell you, listen, this is true and correct. And what our problem is in our neighborhoods, we don't have these companies come in giving us good products. They come in, they give us products that are sub-level. You understand? So when I start talking about cash and tax deferred compensation arrangements like QRPs, which are normally called employer plans and insurance policies that are whole life dividend paying insurance policies that guarantee a dividend, like you're investing in the stock market, but you actually have a stakehold, an ownership stake within the insurance company. That is what you call an asset. That is a vehicle that you use in commerce. Not just talking about it, not just saying, oh, I got this nationality. Or, you know, and I don't really mean to diss the nationality brothers, but they be dissing me. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you know, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100, right? I ain't going to tell people about just paperwork. That's it. That's me.
All right. And just for the record, before we go to the next caller, I just wanted to make it clear, you're not teaching people to illegally avoid taxes, correct? You're just teaching people different avenues, but you're not teaching people to dodge taxes in an illegal form. Is that right? Just for the record?
No. And again, this is why we educate people on what's called a QRP, which is called a qualified retirement plan, because it's a cash and tax deferrable compensation arrangement plan. The key words is cash and tax deferrable, tax defer. So that no way in that, and this is in the lessons, and these are in the books. If it says cash and tax deferrable compensation arrangement plan, we're talking about a pension in which you can retire at an earlier age, as early as 45, 50, and behave as a trustee to your own pension, where you can roll over contributions free, void of any penalty, as opposed to the other pension plans that they got out there where you have your hard-earned monies and then find out there's going to be a great penalty if you try to roll over your contributions. By rolling over contributions, we're saying taking monies from one pension and trying to put it into a better plan because you find out there's a better plan, only to find out, well, you can do it, but it's going to be a huge penalty and we're going to keep most of your money. When you're dealing with a QRP, which is what we would suggest or what we use to preference, it is a cash and tax deferrable compensation arrangement plan. So you are allowed to pay taxes later, so in the now you can build your wealth, and you're able to behave as a trustee to your own pension. Therefore, you can access it at will, and you can retire legally, and you can hold such other assets such as gold and the like there, and you won't only be able to access your pension in light of a distribution. And what we mean by distribution is when you use your pension to purchase real estate, because that's the only time they really want you to be able to use your pension, when you're about to fuck up your money in bulk. You feel me? So we're trying to talk to people about something that hasn't been spoken about often enough in our community, and perhaps we are way ahead of our time, or maybe we should just not talk to people in a lower tax bracket, because we don't have these issues in people in a higher tax bracket. But the reality is, when you go to school from pre-K to kindergarten to 12th grade, you got science, math, language, reading, art, music, and the likes. Gym, the whole nine, but you don't got no real estate. But they're telling you that they're preparing you for life. They're telling you they're preparing you to be an adult, but you can be in school for 14 years straight and not have one real estate class. And when you go to college, you won't have a real estate class unless you're trying to do something in the realm of real estate, which is absolutely absurd. Why do I got to try to become a licensed professional in that genre to learn anything about having a property? If you can have home X, you should be able to have real estate. So when people say, how come you know this and other people don't? How come you're the guy that got the info and everybody else don't? Because no one has been taught this for the first 14 years of their schooling. That's the problem.
I can definitely concur that there's a lot of illiteracy that goes on regarding that. I definitely concur. Yeah, please go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm listening to you two brothers. A lot of information, and hell yeah, you might need to pay for information like that if you don't know. But where you at, brother Ben? You got a quick question? Because you got like 10 people in queue, man. And I know the brother got
a
question, yo.
Go ahead. I got to get ready to fly out. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, so we need to get these questions.
There's a lot of stuff going around talking about, status correction, right? Now, there's a video floating out about you, Polite. Kill him with the paperwork. Kill him with the paperwork.
No doubt.
And you're talking about, your personal experience with the court system. Now, the way you got out of that, is that included in your status correction program?
No, that would be absolutely absurd. But you can use the part of the status correction that calls for political legal disposition. But that's where we establish ourselves as a body politic, to put pressure on the people because they realize that this person is part of a legally registered community that makes up a certain populace or a certain amount of people. But as far as me being free, representing myself, that is because I knew certain rules of engagement going into court, and plus we attacked the judge's bond and 3 attacks on the judge's bond, and he doesn't revoke the attack on his bond, he has to recuse himself. The rules of engagement was as follows. The door opened, they say all stand, boom, all rise, okay, everyone sit down, then my people come into the court. Hey, are you aware of the accusation or the nature of these charges? I'm aware of the nature of the charges, but not how they apply to me. Okay, how do you plead? I'm not here to make pleas nor plea bargains. I'm here on special appearance to challenge the court on the grounds of lack of jurisdiction over organic living soul. Well, we're going to put a plea in for you anyway, Mr. No. Objection on the grounds you lack jurisdiction over organic living soul, making violation of Article 3 of the Supreme Laws of the land. Listen, that's just satellite information. I have a dossier of information that I haven't even been able to give to the people because I commit everything that I learned to memory and I internalize it. Anything that I think is necessary and serious, I don't like to just reference it. I like to be able to recite it.
Right.
So these are things that I share with people. But as far as the status correction is concerned, we never sold, and this is important, as far as the status correction is concerned, we never sold a get out of jail free card. But one thing that I realized is a bitch when you're an individual as opposed to a community when you're trying to free yourself from a situation. So we incorporated a situation where we could establish ourselves long term as a body politic, a political party. So it resonates when you bother this one individual from this particular community that's legally registered, that these people make up 1,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000 people. Why? Because the response to our oppression, any social injustice perpetrated against the people that are legally identified as a body politic consisting of 10,000 plus people will be responded to differently than a nigga shot in front of a strip club who is associated with no group in particular. It's just a fact.
I agree to that. That's a fact. Let me get to the next question. So the answer, know that question, and that shit makes sense. You're only strong. You get a group, strong group.
No doubt, bro.
Basically saying like when the Jewish community, when you deal with them, you don't deal with one person. The Korean community, you don't deal with one person. And so that absolutely makes sense. Now, y'all can be mad at me if the shit makes sense. Just makes sense. 443 line is open. I'm Ross Squatter. Let's come to that good question. 443 line is open. I'm Ross Squatter. What's your question? What's your name? 443.
Oh, no, that's a Baltimore number, right?
Yeah, that's a big more number. They hiding in the crib.
Yeah,
hiding in the alley. Hiding in the alley.
Next question.
Get them
Next call.
Next one. All right, 313
Yo,
line
I'll be
is
running
open.
for 10 more minutes, and I got to get ready for the flight.
All right. Okay, 313, your line is open. What's your question?
Peace. What's good, fam? All this off-code, uncomfortable truths.
What's your question, brother? How you doing, then, dude? What's your question, bro?
Shit. Peace. I want to ask Brother Polite this question in regards to status correction, right?
Yes, sir.
How does that correlate to most powerful white people having what they call allodial status in regards to property and shit? How does that help us bypass that?
The problem is we shouldn't be trying to bypass other people based on the social remedies that they have, on account of the fact that when they precipitate a certain status, they precipitate it by way of them being a race. And according to law, you could get this from the Black Laws Legal Dictionary, or you could type in the same exact words that I'm going to recite, and you'll be able to find the full definition. One of the things that stipulate or help a race posit itself as such is the fact that they're able to identify with the same previous condition of servitude. Therefore, certain concessions will be made to a race when they organize as a body politic and identify their oppression historically, okay? And when they hold that in present day in retrospect to where they come from and where they want to go, those concessions would then be made to meet up with those terms and conditions. I'll show you how it works today. If you go to New York City, there's a Jewish community. Almost every Jewish community you can find, actually anywhere in America, is normally adjacent to a very poor black community.
Yes.
Jews have a tendency to move very close to poor black communities, and in turn, they use their social status as a race and say this community is overpopulated. If my children go into these schools that are adjacent, it'll be overcrowded and there won't be enough educational tools or resources. Then they will be allotted monies as a body politic or as a community that's saying, look, these schools are dilapidated, and we will start expressing our dissenting views about this situation because the Jews claim adjacent lower income communities as their very own. And then what has to happen from that part is when the partition takes place and they're allotted monies because concessions will be made to them as a well-organized group that knows how to identify the circumstances that they're thriving in and how it can pose as a detriment to their advancement. And in turn, they receive monies for that. So what we have to do, and this is why you always see them adjacent to poor communities, because they leverage the opportunity for the conditions that we're living in. They share those conditions with us and leverage that as an opportunity to catalyze their experience. So what we have to do now as a community is organize in a way where the numbers can be calculated, where they can see several people feel the same exact way about the circumstances that affect their lives. And once we do that, then we're able to access opportunities that were only conceived in the minds and hearts of very great leadership in our community. So it's about legal structure. So I give you an example.
No.
For status correction. Okay, go ahead.
That's a good one.
No
Come on, let's move to the next call. All right, thank you, Dindy. 336, your line is open. I'm waiting for the hard damn questions, man. Everybody talked a lot of shit. 336, your line is open.
Peace.
Yo, Lawan, you still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, okay.
All right, go ahead, brother. What's going on, man? Talk to us. What's your question, brother?
No, I really don't have a question. I just had like a quick statement to deal with.
No problem.
All right, come on, man.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just making a statement. I'm not trying to really, cheerlead anybody, but basically everything that, Polite and the brother LaRon is saying is, they're pretty much on point. And what's really happening, I think, dealing with a lot of people is they don't study. You really have to study this stuff. You really have to be hands-on with it because, Brother Polite and LaRon, when you get shook down by the IRS or the feds or whatever, they're not going to be there for you. And a lot of people, they don't sit there and they don't study. They don't learn how to do this stuff. Before Polite even came on the scene, I was dealing with, UCC and different issues, and he's correct. When he came on the scene, the whole dynamic changed because we were just calling it UCC back, 10 years ago.
That's right, brother.
So I just wanted to clarify that. And when you're dealing with brothers who are uneducated, they're chasing the money. They want to get rich quick scheme, And that's basically what's happening.
Yep.
I've dealt with all this stuff for a long while, and I haven't even mastered it myself. But at the same time, you have to put in the time to learn how to do it, to learn how to, make all this stuff. And that was just my statement I want to make.
All right, thank you, brother.
I see a lot of people out there.
Appreciate you, brother. Not trying to cut you off.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on. Thanks a lot, brother.
Yo,
all right, so there you have it. 504. 504.
Thank you, brother, for that call.
Waiting for that extra hard question. 504. You got your chance. 504. Your phone dead. You missed it. All right. 951. What's your question? I'm Ross Squad up.
Peace to the guys. Can you hear me, family?
What's your question, brother? I can hear you loud and clear. What's your question, brother?
Oh man, it's just a pleasure to be in the presence of elders that I look up to. Again, family, I appreciate this opportunity, the stage that y'all establishing for the youth. With all the drama that's taking place, one can only find the good. A wise man to find the good in all things. But I am a member of the New Covenant community. Brother Polite, I can't extend honors to you enough for the work that you put in the community. One question that it's nothing. My question was, brother, I don't know if you remember, but you had established a event not too long ago in Vegas in regards to the UCC demonstration. And me and my queen attended that. Yes, me and my queen had attended that, but you weren't able to go in on the UCC demonstration in particular, in which that event was organized around specifically the status correction and the UCC demonstration in particular. The reason why I'm touching bases on that, the UCC aspect of the status correction process, is because that's like one of the first steps as a New Covenant member to get that UCC 1 implemented. And
no doubt.
As I stated,
I want to talk about that too.
Praise him, yeah. It was, you had this event around that notion that you were going to elaborate more on it, but you weren't able to get to that. I don't know if you recall, you weren't able to get to it.
Well, let me say this real quick before you go quickly into your question. You got to keep in mind, there was a statement that I said, right? And the BIO, the Business Intelligence Officer out there, Artavia Wilson, the sister that's in charge of New Covenant in Las Vegas, who's also the head of the medical facility that we erected out there in Las Vegas, she had rented that spot out. That's what helped prompt me to get a facility for us as a community out there, because there was a white person she rented that facility out from, and when I was talking about us organizing as black people, she was identifying us as a hate group, and she called for security and everything during the event. So I couldn't get through the rest of it because I was getting pissed off, and I was about to turn up like you see me in videos where white people start going crazy. But I didn't want to do that because that sister rented it, so I wanted to be very professional. So I cut the program short because she was misconstruing what I was saying for something as racial jargon that was trying to incite something against her, and it had nothing to do with attacking white people. I was just showing my love for black people. So that's why I didn't get a chance to finish the whole thing. And I left it because I didn't want to displace the sister who rented out the place. I want to keep it professional and not curse that white lady out.
Hey, Polite, I want to keep the playing field kind of even, right? I don't want the people that belong to New Covenant to ask questions. That's like, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't fair. They can ask you questions any time. We want the people, we want the people who are diabolically opposed, right, and have questions and talking shit.
It's hard to diabolically oppose the truth.
I don't know, but I want to hear it because I got a whole lot of motherfucking flack, and now I'm giving people the damn opportunity that once this shit is over with, you can't talk to Uncle more about that shit. Hold on. I got you here. Right?
It may be easier to talk about people when they ain't there to talk for themselves.
So I'm just saying, well, where they need, I'm going to go to this next line, 720. Got your shot at it.
I want to talk about that UCC.
Yeah, can Lawan expound on that UCC real quick?
I'm trying to get these questions. 720, where you at?
Yeah, but these are the things that people need to know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
yes,
can
sir.
hear you. You get that next. You get that next. Go ahead, brother. Yeah,
What's up, man?
What's going on? What's good, brother?
Yes, sir.
What's your question?
Can Lawan expound on that UCC real quick?
Yeah, where you
yes,
at,
sir.
caller?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, he can. Absolutely.
Can y'all hear me? I hear a bunch of people talking. Can y'all hear me?
Man, we can hear you, man. Ask the question, bro. I know you heard me say ask.
All right. I just wanted to know how serious is the UCC, and is it applicable now, or is that like a loophole open for? Because I know a lot of brothers that use that strategy. I don't know if it was used correctly or not, but it was used in a lot of malls that I know that use that strategy are now behind bars. So I'm just trying to see, is there a loophole in it somewhere or something?
All right, but Lawan, let me say one thing.
His question is
No, I'm not gonna go in a tangent, Lawan. Please, I'm not. You got it. I'm not even gonna burst your bubble. I know what it is. Pause. Listen.
It's like don't go long.
That's all I want to say. I'm not doing that. Hold on, real quick. All I want to say is
all right, man. I heard that real quick.
When people
gonna go long, yo.
No, I'm not, my brother. Please, it's taking longer just trying to convince you. I'm not going to take long.
Go ahead. We'll chat about that. Right?
Okay. All I want to say is,
go ahead, bro.
I'll get my man. All I want to say is this: when people say, "I know people that been using the UCC and this ain't work," I be trying to find out what is it that didn't work, because the UCC is used for, like, you got a Social Security card. When has your Social Security number not worked for you? You feel me? Like, you got a birth certificate. When you need your birth certificate to get a driver's license, and you say, let me show them my birth certificate and my Social Security card. When does the birth certificate not work for you? Unless it's a fake birth certificate. Unless it's a fake Social Security card. So when people say, I know people that use the UCC, and it didn't work for them, what the hell are people doing out there for it not to work? It's designed to work all the time. But go ahead, Lawan. That's all I want to say.
All right. Let me just lay it flat, and I hope a lot of people are listening, because I think people need to really know this. All right, the UCC is a registry. Okay, that's all it is. The UCC is a registry. All right, and it's a mode by which.
What was that talking in the background?
Hold on. Let me say it. Let me talk.
Man?
Let me talk.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to figure out what the noise is in the background. Yo, god damn. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna black out your ass. Whoever it is, I'm gonna find you. Go ahead, bro.
This is for no Kaparot, bro. I'm just trying to get a clearance on what the brothers is talking about. I got
no problem, bro. Go ahead, Lawan.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead, bro.
The UCC is a registry, and what that means is that there's a mode in which the attachment has to be made known. Okay, it is a mode by which the document that is called the security agreement is being perfected. And what is a perfection? What is perfection? Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the truth is established. So when you when you actually file a UCC-1 financing statement, okay, this document, okay, makes your contract, which is called a security agreement, it makes the contract known to all men, okay? Because when a lawyer has to do a skip trace, okay, he does a UCC search to see how many creditors, okay, the debtor has, okay? So the debtor actually makes a secured party, all right? So when you file a UCC-1, it's only putting your contract, okay, in a place where everybody can see it. It's searchable now. That's the only thing it is doing. The real power is in the security agreement. That is the directive of the debtor for which his property comes into question because of breach of a contract. Okay? There are 4 different relationships in the UCC-1. There is debtor, there is lessee, lessor, cosigner, cosignee, bailer, bailee, and there is seller and buyer. All right? You must denote the relationship by which the contract is predicated on, because the power is in the contract, not the UCC1. The UCC1 makes it public. It makes it to where everybody knows that this took place in this contract between these two people, and if there is breach in this agreement, the collateral in Section 4 is up for grabs. Now, if you're saying, okay, I'm gonna file a UCC, is wrong, if something's wrong with it, if this is not happening, what did you do? What was in your mind? What was the perspective by which you went about to actually file this document on? Was there a security agreement? Was there a bail law agreement? What is a bailment agreement? Was there a relationship between seller and buyer? Was there a cosigner or cosignee? When you go and buy a car, or when you go and buy a car with when you finance the car, all right? You have a security interest in the car if you don't pay the note. Okay, if you go and buy a house, you place the house as collateral for a loan. They have a security interest in the house, but they cannot prove true sale. That's why all of these foreclosures are being overturned. I don't care how much magic people get on the show and talk about. It's because the courts can't define whether it's a true sale or not, because recharacterization has taken place. Okay, a UCC1 wasn't filed. A UCC wasn't filed and agreed to. So the secure transaction by which you bought a house, if anybody that's listening, you bought a house that had more than 100 pieces of paper that you signed, that is one big security interest, okay? And if the UCC1 wasn't filed, you can get that case overturned. You can get, because there isn't a mode by which buyer and seller had came together for equal consideration. It doesn't matter where the debtor or the buyer got the money from, because he had a relationship with the seller for the house. He did not pledge the property as collateral for the loan. He did not do that willingly, okay? So they have to actually recharacterize the sale. They don't have true sales, so they have to talk about what you didn't pay. They will continuously talk about what you didn't pay, but they don't have an accounting. Okay, that's why it's actually, when they tell you how much you owe in the legal paperwork when they foreclose it on your property, that is the meat and potatoes for which you can actually win when they put the numbers, because they can't really show an accounting of that.
Or a mortgage note. They don't even have the original note because they're hypothecating the mortgage. They're hypothecating the mortgage.
This is about secure transactions that UCC1, whether it was filed or wasn't filed.
Talk to him, man. We take you to church with this fucking UCC, man. Talk to him.
Let me get to the next caller, man. Find that word. Find that word.
Come on, man. Who you talking about here? No one puts it down like we put it down. You ain't never going to find no one like us, man.
You hyped up, man. Let me get the next caller, man. You crazy.
You never going to find us anywhere.
All right, hold on.
This is not even for TV.
702. Y'all letting them get hyped up. Y'all need to get them. 702. No, 720. Your line is open. Come on, talk.
Yo, hello. So, if my wife and I are interested in investing in tax liens and deeds, should we have a status correction, and why, if so?
If you heard everything prior, you definitely would know you should.
I said it already.
Yeah, he said it already. We ain't go back over that again, bro. That's your question.
It's prerequisite. Let me just explain it short to the brother, because it's okay, because it's not common information. No, I did short last time, bro. Come on, bro. There we go, taking a long time for me to give a short answer because you stopped.
Come on, man.
I got it, bro. Look, I already went past my 10 minutes. We take another caller. We'll take one more caller. But let me just answer the brother. I don't want no one to call and then we don't answer.
Yeah, but this ain't the give financial information show. This the question so niggas can leave me the fuck alone. That's what I'm trying to say.
But, bro, the question will stop if the information go out.
Come on.
Listen, let me say one thing to you. Let me talk to you, Up. Are you listening to me?
Go ahead. No, ask the question. Go ahead.
Listen to this. If let's say you was a brother that said, I was trying to get a status correction for parole, and to get off of parole, when I found out I couldn't get off of parole, I asked for my money back. Now, watch what happens. Do you think that kind of human being can call in on this show right now after everything we talk? Of course not.
No.
So we really aired the damn show out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No one could call in.
Really did.
And say what?
Right.
What are you going to call in and say what to us right now?
Right.
You ain't heard it like this before from nobody. No one is going to call in here and say something stupid. Everyone's going to be on their square because everybody else is going to be like, I'm going to wait till those niggas are not present, and then I'm going to call in on Unc's show and talk that shit. Come on, man. You know what it is.
I definitely want to clarify something since Brother Polite and the brother is on the phone. They've been very forthright on answering everything that's been asked. There was absolutely no preconditions on what we could not ask. The chat room is completely full. I'm talking about there's names going all the way down. Anybody can see and scroll the chat room and see there's multiple people in here. All as guests completely full. And they've been very forthright and going in depth with the information. And I salute y'all for taking the time to do that. That's from Brother Ish to I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate it, man. It's these damn fit caps we be wearing sometimes that make niggas sleep on us. That's what it is. It's the
no
fit
doubt,
caps, man.
no doubt.
All right, my older brother. Miss School, can you answer that?
Yo, let's say one more, then I really got to leave. We went past the 10-minute mark. I'm flying out to New York to deal with that Jew, because the Jew is coming in from Israel.
Yeah, go back and listen to the download, brother. He answered that question. I promise you. He went in depth and in detail on that. I can't. All right.
Yo, thanks for calling in, my brother.
Yeah,
but you definitely want to use UCC as a prerequisite.
All right. Yes, thank you for that question, brother.
302, what's your line? Come on, man.
All right, this is the last one.
302. Took too long. You done. 915. 915. 915. 915.
To the family.
Oh. Hello? 951.
He multitasking.
It sounds like someone said hello.
951. Peace to the God.
951. What's good, man?
Peace.
What's your question, bro?
Hey, I had just called in regards to the UCC due to the fact that I was a member. You didn't want to let me allow me the floor. I'm trying to be respectful. Am I allowed the floor now, Brother Amara?
No, man. We got two other people.
Okay,
man.
no problem, brother.
You get him.
I'll reach out to you, Luan. No problem, brother. I'll reach out to you.
Man. Yeah, man.
No doubt, man. Thank you for calling.
Hey, I appreciate I appreciate the floor, brother. I needed some help, and I needed some. I had a question, and I needed some help as well.
Hey, reach out to me at Brother Polite. That's all. I got to just reach out to me at Brother Polite on Facebook. Facebook, Brother Polite.
I definitely will, man. I appreciate you, Polite.
Peace, do it right now. Just direct message you.
I definitely will. Peace.
Right now, brother. Appreciate you. All right,
thank you.
That's brother. Right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That nigga was trying to get in there hard. Them 347. Shit, I'm trying to get in hard. 347. What's up? Here you go. Question, dog. Man, come on, yo.
Yes, I actually don't
play.
I only heard the last 2 minutes because I'm happy that you have Polite because I was critical of him last night. So what I'll do, I listen to the download. Yeah, I didn't.
No, don't take it out now. Because I haven't heard it. Taking out now. Don't do it.
No, I only
say the same thing you said last night.
I haven't heard it.
It don't matter. What you said last night should be the same tonight.
No, what I said
about you professing all that, shit. We want to hear it right now. We'll kick it again.
Okay, yeah.
Don't do me like that.
I had is Polite still on the line?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, Polite put one of your videos to one of my professors concerning your real estate, one of your real estate videos, and he said to me that you were misusing terms, and basically he said it was bullshit. That was his response to me based on the video. It's a video where you're talking about the tax deeds and status corrections and so forth and so forth. So I was confused. I haven't heard your rebuttal. Because I think that's why
let's have a dialogue. I'm not going to be cutting you off. Let's have a dialogue to go back and forth so I can make sure I understand everything you say. Brother Polite is teaching information. Okay, Brother Polite is teaching information that's published on the internet via YouTube. So far, I'm correct, right?
Right.
And then your professor, he's a real estate professor?
No, he's not. He's a lawyer. He's an attorney.
He's a lawyer. Does he specialize in real estate?
He teaches business law.
Get him on the line.
Business law.
Get him on the line.
Hold on, real quick, Lawan. I got you. I'm just trying to find out. What he specializes in.
Business law.
I just want to understand what you're saying first. What does he specialize in?
He teaches business law. I took a business law course with him.
Business law.
So,
what kind of business?
Yeah, and I was interested. Just like business, business. Whatever.
No, it don't work like that. It's something he specializes in. He has a bachelor, master's, something.
He clearly has a master's. He's a professor. He teaches at Ohio State.
He's your professor. What kind of class do you go to him for?
Business law. He teaches business law. I took a business law course with him, where you learn about contracts.
Okay, so you
stuff like
that.
All right,
let me ask you this question: did you take on his class so you could get into real estate?
No. It was required. It's a prerequisite.
Okay, no problem. So I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. So now let's start back. Let's reverse again. So you're watching videos that Brother Polite is talking about that's published online via YouTube in regards to real estate.
Yes.
You have a professor that specializes in business law, but not specifically real estate in particular. He then says, what I'm saying in so much words is bullshit. He's not a credentialed professor in terms of real estate, but once he says that, you are now in the quandary as to what I'm saying because of his credentials. That has nothing.
There's someone else speaking in the background, so I can't hear you. There's someone else speaking in the background.
Okay, I start over again. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, go ahead, brother.
Okay, so this is where we had in conversation. You correct me anywhere I'm wrong. There are videos online that are published of me speaking via YouTube in regards to real estate. Yes. Okay. You have a professor who doesn't specialize in real estate, but he specializes in business law. Not specific or immediately attached to real estate, though. And you did not go to this professor or beseech him to learn real estate. Okay, so now this man that doesn't specialize...
May I say something? May I interject? I went to...
We're having a conversation.
Yeah, I saw your videos and I was interested in it. So what I did, we were referring to like contracts and stuff like that. And being that he's a lawyer, his knowledge supersedes mine in that area. So what I did, I emailed him your video and said, hey, could you give me your opinion on the information that you're disseminating? Do you understand what I'm saying? That was the purpose of
information about what in particular?
It was a video where you were talking about status correction. I have to go and you go back. I'd have to
no problem. I'm just listening. Give me as much info you can give me.
You're talking about status correction.
We got 90 seconds to call in. We down to this last caller, man.
I have to
call
search
number
the video.
347.
When I sent him the link, I went back to him like maybe a week later and said, hey, what did you think of the information that he was giving out? Because I was interested in what you were saying.
No problem.
And he basically said that you were misusing terms and so
forth. What terms did I misuse? Did he tell you a list of the terms I misused?
I'd have to look at the video again because I can't remember the video in
particular. This is the advice I'm going to give you, my brother.
Yeah,
okay, no problem. This is the advice I'm going to give you, my brother. My turn. Take down the list of terms when a person tells you that these list of terms are bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you this. Do you know what's the difference between a lawyer and an attorney?
Please enlighten me. What is the difference?
Okay, one doesn't have the right to give you legal advice and the other one does based on their level of schooling. Guess who doesn't have the right to give you legal advice?
Lawyer.
The lawyer. So what I'm saying is this, and I'm not saying that he's not intelligent and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe whatever I did say is bullshit. What you have to do now is bring to the table the list of terms that he said was bullshit so then we could address it with exact quotes as it relates to things that I said on a published video, and then we'd be more better able to address what you're saying. So right now, we're probably at a stalemate. Because what I'm going to say is you're taking the word of somebody. What I'm going to say is this. I feel like because I'm an uncredentialed scholar and he is a credentialed scholar in a genre that has nothing to do with this particular conversation, that he may have more credibility in the conversation, even though neither he or I, in fact, I have probably more real estate credentials than he has. But because he's a credentialed scholar, he probably has more weight than I. My brother on the phone has a shitload of credentials. Go ahead, Lawan.
From investment,
and Ron, hold on. Can we get this last caller? Can we just get this last caller? and then I'll let you finish.
Polite.
Bro.
Yes, how do I get in contact? Let LeJuan just cap that off real quick. Please, Unc. I'm going to stay on one for that last caller. I'm going to stay on for him.
Okay, all right, I'm shutting up. Okay,
Polite.
That's all I want to do.
Go ahead, LeJuan. Let the brother LeJuan speak to you, my brother. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, LeJuan.
Yes, I have Class A commercial real estate property management license in New York. I have residential commercial industrial real estate license in New Jersey, and I have investment banking certification. All right, I went to IBI. Right now, I attend Wharton Online, one of the top business schools in America, in the world. I am credentialed. And the thing is, brother, this is what I want to say to you. Please, I want you to set it up where we can talk to that lawyer friend of yours.
Yeah, let's do it online.
Right on the show.
We'll
do. All right, how do I get in contact with you? We'll do.
Anytime, because I know what I do. I know what I produce. All right, but the thing is,
let's get a minute to think.
You made a blanket.
How do I get in contact with you, brother?
Right now.
No problem. I'm willing to do that. How do I get in contact with you? I'll do that tomorrow.
Now, you're willing to do that because you're willing to sacrifice the lamb. The lamb may not want to be sacrificed. So let's see if he's willing to come on a platform and talk to us niggas and big cats.
How do I get in contact
I don't know about that. What? Right here, get in contact with me, man.
Brother.
Get in contact with me, I get you in contact with them. Let's do
That's
it like
right.
that.
That's right. If we can set it up. We're not backing down because what we say is true.
No way.
No problem.
This is what we do, man.
I'll say this, polite. I haven't listened to all of the show today, but I will say this. I'm happy that you're addressing these issues because right now, in terms of the image on the internet is not good right now. So I'm so happy.
Oh, it's amazingly good. It's amazingly good.
For me,
I got a video. Hold on, brother. That's not an accurate statement. Let me say this, bro. That's not an accurate statement because I got a video coming up on Son of the Studios where I go over a list of videos that I did within the last 3 to 4 months that are at 500,000. That's 500,000 views. I got another one at 442,000 views. I got another one at 350,000 views. Another one at 380,000 views. So what I'm saying is, I'm sure the videos you talking about, where people say bad things about me, probably is the highest numbers that people talking about me have on their channel. And when you look at when they're not talking about me, the numbers are very low. But when you talk about the videos that Polite does on real estate, on economics, on religion, on sexuality, I have a video coming up that's going to show you, oh, I'm looking pretty good if I'm doing inside of 3 to 4 months videos that are doing 300 to 500,000 inside of 3 to 4 months. And I'm going to prove I didn't manipulate the numbers because I'm using other people's addresses, all except for my own, because I got videos on my channel that's in 100,000. But these are only videos within the last 3 to 4 months. So what I'm saying is you might only be seeing the negativity because what happens on the research bar, when you pull up YouTube or anything, based on, because you know there's cookies and all sorts of shit in your computer. So when you have a tendency to look for negative shit, then negative shit would be the first thing you have access to when you turn on your computer, and thus the world of Polite looks negative. If you were looking up positive information, the world of Polite will look positive. So it's all predicated upon what you're looking for. That's how it works online. You'll be like, oh, shit, what's the coincidence that they're showing videos that I'm interested in? Because that's the type of shit you're always looking at. If you're looking at porn is going to mysteriously pop up every time you open up your video.
Yeah, that's
what I'm telling you. Every time you go on YouTube.
I understand that, brother. My main thing is...
Okay, my brother, I just wanted to make it clear. Because I don't see no negative videos about me in the 300,000.
Can I speak, brother? I said I'm just happy that you're addressing these issues.
You just got to use logic. That's what I'm saying.
I'm happy that you're here addressing these issues, and I'll go over this download when Ang puts it out so I can listen to the whole thing. And I'll see if I can set that up with my professor. I'll try my best.
Yeah. Try to prepare him and give him this download first. But I'm sure he's going to back out after he hears the download. If you want him on the show, don't let him hear the download.
Y'all funny.
I'll talk to him. I'll go see him tomorrow.
Because you can't microwave this information, bro. He can't microwave the information. He can't sit there and try to learn this overnight and then talk to us because we got on fit caps. It don't work like that. Well, I would love him to be on the show because we love to torture people that's credentialed.
Okay, Polite. How do I get in contact with you, though?
Through my legal representative, Unc.
Okay.
Man, he did such a great job tonight. I'm gonna just pick him up as a legal rep. He did a good job on the show tonight.
No problem.
Just contact Brother Unc.
No problem.
Yeah,
will do. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Have a good day.
All right, man.
Yo,
hey,
come on, let's take one more caller, man.
Last call. Yeah, 336. What's good? What's your question, brother?
I think that was kind of what Uncle was looking for, that guy.
Yep. So what? 336.
Yo, Lawan, you still on?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Last one, then we out, bro.
336. I think I did the 302 and all that.
Hello.
440. Yeah, what's going on, man? What's your question, man? You're the last question of the night, man.
Yeah, I just had a question I wanted to ask. Does he have any record of court cases that have shown evidence that this actually works? Does he have at least, if not on hand?
We haven't been sued.
Come on, let him finish. Let him finish.
All right, go ahead, Lawan. You got it, Lawan.
Right. So
no, let the brother finish.
Right. So even if you haven't been sued, there should be some type of record with the courts.
Court cases?
With your history.
Why do I need a court case to prove that what I'm doing in real estate is valid? Would you ask a white man for any court cases to prove before that his selling of a house is valid?
No, you
Why
would
would
not
I need a court case to substantiate what I can do as a businessman?
Yeah, you wouldn't have that.
Unless I say I'm an attorney. Or I'm a lawyer, or maybe I'm a judge, and we look up some case law or something. Whose phone is that that's making the repeat?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, bro. Wow, but go ahead.
I hate it. It's his phone.
Is the brother still on the phone?
336. Yeah, that was the echo. 336. Go ahead, brother. So, no court cases, not unless I guess it was some wrongdoing or something. Somebody took him to court on that. Any more questions? 336. Oh man. Okay.
Did he go?
Oh. Yeah, he ran after that answer. That shit kind of got him. It was crazy. But look, you know what? So okay, this has been a good 2 hours, man, and I appreciate y'all questions and answers.
Put it in.
Y'all put it in. I appreciate that. So all I'm saying is now everybody got staring down, right? And all the felonious back and forth nonsense. When we had a chance to ask the brother directly, I didn't get in it. I told y'all to call in, right? The questions was there, good answers to the questions. We asked the tough questions, and that's all I can do for the community. You feel me? So stop trying to choose people friends, right? It is what it is. If you got concerns, get in touch with the brothers, right? So no probation, no free licenses, none of the things that you want to have happen. To get out of jail free card.
No illegal taxes. Let's clarify that too.
Tax evasion.
All right, tax.
Oh man, I called in because I wanted to hear how I could not pay tax.
Yeah, none of them things is going down, right? You heard it clear. You know, hey, I'm saying is I got some documents right here. I'm reading them. So you know, at the end of the day, man, y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all seriously, man. You know, I'm gonna come out with my response tomorrow. You know, I did what I was supposed to do. Even, you know, the Inner Black radio dudes could have called with their questions, but everybody's on.
Yeah, they could have called in, man.
Could have called in. You had your chances.
They could have texted you on the line. Said, ask this brother some questions.
Don't forget that. We called them.
Those dudes are going hard.
Everybody, man. So everybody went hard. Yeah, Ohio State got
Everybody's
kicked out the building.
Yeah, you didn't cut no one off.
Yeah, I don't want to
thank you, brother, for the platform. Let me just say this online.
Go ahead, brother.
No doubt. Brother, let me just let them know where they could go online if they need to touch base with us.
Go ahead.
For those that's listening to the show right now as we speak, or anyone that's going to listen to the archive, you can go to facebook.com/Brother Polite. That's spelled POLIGHT. Facebook.com/Brother Polite. Make sure you follow. You can jump in and hit me up there. Of course, I'm on Instagram as Brother Polite as well. If you want to message me directly, if it's sometime today, because I'm just going to be flying and I'm going to be able to connect in white area for a couple hours. I can read and check it out and respond. So if you want to touch base, let's make it happen. That's what I'll do tonight. I thank you, brothers, all of the squad, Team Osiris. I thank you, brothers, because I know a lot of people. Now, this show is really the hot seat. And it's probably been the less volatile environment you had for so much controversy anticipated, because everybody knows you can't get on the Amin Ra Squad show, deal with the Magi, Team Osiris, and come here and not have your shit together. So I just want to thank you, brothers, for giving us the platform, because there were several of you guys. So even if Unc was suspect, it's clear that Ish and the other brother on the phone know what they talk about, and they've made a certain level of suitable proficiency in these degrees as well for them to at least be able to sift through any kind of form of misinformation. So I just thank you, brothers, for giving us a platform, allowing the callers to call in. And newcovenant.com, you could go over there and check it out as well. Thanks a lot, Brother Lawan, who's the head case worker.
Ron, I appreciate
I had the chronological Supreme Grand Ambassador.
I appreciate you coming. I appreciate y'all frank answers. Appreciate y'all frank answers. You want to add something to that, Ish?
I want to personally thank Brother Luan, Brother Polite, for taking time to answer the questions. Brother Polite, if you can you give them an update of some of the events that you have coming up so they can come to support some of the events? I know you're going to New York City, but you didn't really get a chance to kind of say what you were doing. If you can just give us an announcement right quick.
Oh, no problem. I'm flying out to New York so I can have a meeting with the I almost made a mistake. But anyway, let's start that over. I would never be able to retract this statement in this community. With the white man, who's Zion Lex brother. Well, I'm going to have a conversation with the pale Jew, Rabbi Harry Rosenberg. I'm going to have a conversation with him, a preliminary discussion to give people an idea of what the debate climate may be like, as well as finalize the terms of the contract. He's flying in from Israel. I'm flying in from California. We'll meet up at New York, and we'll do this on Sonetta Studios live for tomorrow. And then I'll be doing a host of other interviews with a bunch of brothers in the community before I leave. I'm not really trying to stay there more than 24 or 48 hours because there's all that snow, and I'm presently wearing a T-shirt in the weather that I'm in, and I hear it's crazy out there. So I'm not, I'm not even really that prepared to be walking in no damn snow like that. So I'll be there for 24, 48 hours. Sunday, March 20th, 2016, we have the debate. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be at Alhambra Ballroom in Harlem, New York. Tickets are already online. You can get them from 2012stores.com. In addition to any of the books and DVDs and other informative material that we have accessible to the community. So, again, I thank you, brothers. That's 2012stores.com. Again, I thank y'all so much for your love, for your support, your open heart, and your mind.
Thank you for that update, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate them updates, man. Appreciate that. And y'all already know what it is, man. So there y'all have it. Y'all heard from the horse's mouth. The question. What you trying to do?
Donation to you, man.
Oh, you get that to who? To me or to what?
Yeah, to you, man. You deserve it, man. I didn't think you'd get this interview this quick, man. I'm supposed to send you something, man.
Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Unc, I got somebody that they just sent me their number. Let me see what they talking about.
What did they say? Yeah, I put the pressure on my motherfucking ass. I was like, man, all right, you pressure me up. Fuck with the God killing me.
Y'all gonna get up off me.
Y'all gonna get off my motherfucking ass. That's bullshit.
Getting them up off.
All this bullshit. That's bullshit, yo.
Clear the air, is it?
Yeah, I want to clear that air, man.
Yeah, y'all gonna get out my inbox and y'all gonna quit calling me.
That's all good. Well, it's all good. Brother probably didn't recognize the number, but it was somebody calling me in regards to some of these crazy things that has some evidence of people just being liars. But anyway, it's all good. We good. We had a great show.
Great show.
Absolutely. Y'all did excellent. Absolutely.
Very educational. Very educational show.
Thanks.
Yep. All right. Oh yeah, brother. You can donate to the PayPal fund. The research. We got a research fund. You can donate to, brother.
And we got that Flint drawing up.
Yeah, come up with that water plan too. Let me know. Let us know what you're doing with that water plan.
Hold on, the brother's just calling me now.
Make that happen.
Oh shit! Back on that. You saying something polite?
Hey, peace, brother. I see you reached. Peace, brother. I see you reached out to me. What is it you want to say? What's your name? Because I don't even know your name.
Jehudi.
Jehudi.
Yeah, Jehudi Ma.
Yeah, we still on the line?
Oh, Jehudi.
Yeah, we're still on the line.
Lawan, you still on the line?
Still on the line.
Lawan, you still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, this is a brother that said he spoke to you or got some work done for you or something. He was reaching out to me during the course of the show, but I wanted to run through the show and deal with the questions first. But I told him I would plug him in. So what's going on, bro?
Yeah, man. It's quiet. I just kept on the dude to hook young Pharaoh up with I introduced him to Farnetta. I gave him his Farnetta up and hooked him up with one of Pharaoh's videos, whatever. And also he wanted me to get in touch with Polite for him, so I did that. I just wanted to make a long story short and just clear up the part about the parole thing. That LeBron told me himself that he couldn't get Pharaoh off no parole or nothing like that. And after LeBron told me that, I immediately hung up with LeBron and called up Pharaoh to let him know that wasn't going to happen with the parole thing. He lied, but I wasn't really trying to do the parole too much. When shit said somebody was going to do something about the open up some daycare centers and all that stuff. So he knew months ago that he couldn't get off parole using the status correction. So I just wanted to
Wow.
All right, cool. This is a brother that reached out to me through Facebook Messenger. You know.
Wow.
Last week I think he reached out, but I was chilling. Then he hit me up during the course of this radio show. But I wanted to get through the radio show and chill. But I thought it would be good for Lawan, since he interfaced with Lawan. I didn't want that on Lawan's reputation that he told somebody he can free him of a parole because I know that is not what I teach.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't do that. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I thank you for standing up and making that public record. We appreciate that for clarifying.
We appreciate that because I'd be damned if I ain't caught a whole lot of flat over that shit, man. Let's see how many people stand up and cheer for me on this shit. No. Let's see how many videos I get saying, you know what? Okay, you was right. I want to see. Now be honest. Play my yacht card.
Let's see how much people try to spread the video.
I want to see that. I want to see how viral this motherfucker goes.
But who really scamming the people now?
Huh. That guy that's selling the sovereignty package for $750. Ask Pharaoh.
Oh,
they selling the sovereignty package for $750. Ask Buzz like that. Don't ask. Bullshit, yo. What? Now I'm fucking mad again.
So he knew he couldn't get off this shit. He knew.
All right, let me talk Uncle. Shut up! Stop, man. I'm trying to get Uncle off the edge right now, man. Stop.
No, man, I'm about to be on the edge.
The nigga did a video. Hold on, the nigga made a fucking video, bro. Talking about he can send people to sovereignty packages for $750. He know he can skip $50 off the motherfucker.
Give me the knife.
Get other niggas $50.
Give me the knife, brother. Give me the knife. It ain't worth it.
That's the bullshit, dog. And niggas found this video with this nigga Buzz Lightyear talking shit. Then he threatened my motherfucking ass. That's
all right.
And all these ass motherfuckers making bullshit ass videos. I got them
Brother Ben,
because I ain't got
I'm
enough
blaming
time.
you for this. When we have
I'm mad as hell.
I'm holding court, goddamn it.
Shit, dog.
He knew he couldn't get off.
All right, I'm asking y'all to stand down. We in public right now, brother Anka. We in public right now, so please stand down, brother.
I'ma chill.
I appreciate you, brother.
Bullshit.
Okay, you can chill all you want, but this motherfucker done made videos talking about goddamn, this, that, and the third. But he knew the whole time he couldn't get off.
Wow.
Brother,
Is that what
Brother
you telling
Ben,
me? Fucking crazy,
Brother Ben, please stand down, brother. Please stand down.
The whole time.
The whole damn together,
time.
man.
Yep.
That's terrible.
And y'all ain't even know it.
That's terrible.
Right.
Now I'm mad now. See what I'm saying, yo? I'm going right to the
right,
So
man.
who really who got the agenda and who's selling people a dream and stuff like that? Who's really doing that?
Bullshit, yo.
I can't believe
Yeah,
this, man. I blame you. I blame Sarnetta.
Y'all
blame
hard-headed, man.
Blame him. You let this go in the front door, and now, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Y'all hard-headed, man.
I'm sorry.
Can't keep up with y'all hard-headed ass.
Yo, I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. I swear I want to stay on and hear the rest of this. But I'm gonna talk.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we gotta holler.
Yo,
I could have been
I
in
love
South
you
Beach
brothers,
right
man.
now, and I'm sitting there listening to y'all crazy asses, man. Y'all wasting my time, yo.
Wow.
Yo, Polite, let me know when you're coming to Miami, Polite. We gotta catch up, man.
Oh man, I'm definitely in the building. I think in 2.5 weeks.
Okay,
we're going out
link
to
up.
Flint to drop off some water, and then from Flint we're gonna be in Miami for like 2-3 days. So once I go to Flint, I'll be in Miami 2-3 days from that time.
Oh, cool. That's real close to my front door. Make sure we link up.
Man,
all right, man. Talk to you brothers later. Peace.
All right, Polite.
Travel safe. Peace.
Thank you for everything.
But tango way we weave when we practice to the seed, boy. That's all I can say, yo.
Well, I thank you
Niggas
for
is
putting that
built
together,
up.
brother. I think that you were able to really, put together a really good, productive forum for a lot of the answers to come out. I know for a fact there was a lot of valuable information that was shared with the public that will really assist a lot of people that maybe have questions about UCC, about some of the things of what's actually being represented, and some of the options that are available to them via the status correction on the way that it's used in that forum. So I think it clarified a lot of things, and I thank you for that, brother.
Man, I ain't had no
we
on that one, man.
got some useful information, all right.
Yeah, and it cleared up a lot of things, a lot of questions and stuff. So and it was done in a very, very clear and a respectable way. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Wow. So there we have it, man. Very interesting. Where you at, Bunchy?
I'm right here.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about your economic plan? Y'all said you get that last hour, yo. Before I start getting hot again, when I just think about the whole fucking thing, yo.
Man, what in the blue fucking shit
Going on, boy?
You have got to be fucking kidding me. This pseudo knew the whole time he couldn't get what he
the
wanted.
whole damn time.
5 videos.
So he wanted to get his money back.
Shouldn't have gave it back.
Wow.
Shouldn't have gave it back to him, Polite.
Like,
if I tell you the terms and conditions of the lease, and you move in and trash the place, do you get your money back? No, you don't. So you shouldn't have gave the shit back to him, man. These motherfuckers.
Somebody bring me up to speed. Hey, B. Panther. This constable, bring me up to speed. What happened?
Bring up to speed.
Dude told him from the get-go he couldn't get off the road. That shit.
Yeah. Consul said bring him up to speed. Consul, you ain't know what's going on the last.
No, I know about that. I'm talking about the refund. The hell?
Oh, he Polite gave his money back, man. Polite gave him his money back.
Ben gave him money back, yo, before he made the video.
Should've
before he came on started the show.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Man.
That's what I'm talking about. He gave him the money back
came on that show.
His bullshit ass video.
Yeah, before he came on that last show. All that. He did all that, dude.
I'm down, yo.
On the one he cussed me out, he had his money already, yo. It's just terrible, yo. It's terrible, dog.
But we the bad guys.
Terrible.
We the guys hating on the youth.
We
the guys out of mind. We all the other.
I'm gonna tell you, man. We have a psychological. Our people, some of them. We'll probably get hate now if I say that. So some of our people
My phone down. I'm a
and we really deserve governmental assistance for some of the psychological byproducts of warfare that we've been through. I'm serious, bro. I'm serious, man. That's crazy.
You gotta be kidding me.
Crazy, yo. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna rest easy tonight. Crazy, man. Crazy, yo. Bananas, yo. The whole thing is crazy, yo.
Boy, you lucky my baby's asleep because I'd be yelling and screaming.
He said in the video, I don't want no money. I'm doing this for the people, even if I don't get my money back. And
no, he got his money. Yeah, he had the money already, yo, when he said that, yo.
What are you really doing this for, though, if you already knew what time it is? You already knew you wasn't going to get the result that you wanted, but you went through with it anyway. Then you didn't fill out the paperwork, and you still got your money back.
No, that wasn't the point. He said he ain't know how to fill out the paperwork. It's crazy. I ain't going to mess it up.
All right.
I'm going to mess it up, man. I ain't going to mess it up, Ish. I'm going to keep it clean, Ish.
No doubt. Well, I mean, I had to let y'all get it out of y'all system. Obviously, y'all get it about.
Always tactic, boy. It's the way I'm feeling right now. I might be still hot February 6th.
Hey, that's a pseudo slaying weekend, so they're gonna get it regardless. I got my shit on pause. I'm gonna unleash on them.
Goddamn angry.
Yeah, February 6th. That's a ooh.
I'm about to adjust my PowerPoint. I'm so angry. I've been done.
Make sure y'all all in the building. February 6th, Black and Novell. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah. Y'all should probably be in that building in Black and Novell. February 6th.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just hope all the people are listening to this broadcast that gave us so much shit. And if you ain't listening, be rest assured I'm gonna post this 1,000 times. You're gonna get this message.
Yeah. Crazy, dude. I mean, niggas. So
some of y'all
tell you what it really is.
Real talk.
I'm gonna tell you what it really is. People was thinking they was getting some paperwork. You know what I mean? Just gonna free them papers. When the truth was,
freedom papers.
Like they explained, yo, they man, you have the investments, all kind of shit. It wasn't just that. It's just interesting, man. It's just interesting, dude. If you don't understand something, you don't send your money, man.
Right.
So that's just common sense. Man,
well, you know how we say it, Brother Ankh, you can't unring the bell. So a lot of times these people are entered into agreement, and then after they are too far in, then they want to get remedy and get up out of it. But the paperwork's already been signed. And like I said, you can't unring that bell. So that's the problem that a lot of people are facing.
And see what they don't know is you've been on that side of the fence. You know it. Talked about
Absolutely.
This. As far as the paperwork shit, the license, you would know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely no. Mm-hmm. Ain't no getting around that. Because I knew when I brought them on this show, you'd be there. If the shit that they were saying was felonious, you would know.
Correct. And there's some more on standby that didn't even call in. They're already on standby just in case also. Absolutely. Yeah.
Crazy, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And nobody did an outstanding job. They did a very good job, and whoever wanted to call in had an opportunity to call in. They didn't want to.
We didn't hear from nobody on the he scammed me, I ain't getting my money back tip, though. I thought the whole show was going to be like that.
No, but they posting up an Armor Rock Squad forum right now, though. They posting questions up there in there right now, though.
Right now.
They're posting right now.
Too late.
Very convenient.
Too late. Too late. Bunch of crap, man.
But definitely, everybody make sure they're in the building February 6th. You don't want to miss Armor Rock Squad up. You know what I mean? It's going to be a very, very powerful thing. Mossy Warrior Clan, all the families are going to be there, man. Make sure y'all there. You know what I'm saying? Team Osiris, everybody.
Where you at, 347? You still on here, right?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
Ohio State, man. So very interesting, brother. You know I do what I do, yo, for the people, man, on some real, yo.
Like I said, brother, I thank you. I haven't heard the show. I haven't heard his explanation or his rebuttal to what was said, so as soon as you post it up, because I'm probably going to do it all night because I just have to do some stat work. So I listen to it and I digest it, and I'll definitely pass it on to my professor. I'll definitely pass it on, to see, what he says. But I haven't listened to the show. But thank you for having it on the forum so I can, at least gauge what he's saying. That's all, because, that's all I wanted. Because when there are rumors going around about your conduct or your character, you have to address it publicly. And I just haven't heard from him, and so now that I'm assuming that you've asked him certain questions and he's responded accordingly. So like I said, I only got on the last 2 minutes or so. So I'm interested to hear what he had to say. I'm sure you did, man. I'm sure you did. But in a way, you know who I blame for all this now in retrospect, though? I kind of have to blame Sarnetta.
Sarnetta.
Because this is what happens when you give everybody a platform to say what you want to say. You can't do it because you see, this is just confusion. You have to have some checks and balances. Boy, I tell you, it just spiraled out of control and it just went south quickly. You have to have some form of checks and balances, man. I think as his program gets more notoriety, everybody just can't come speak on the mic, man. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. You got to gauge. Okay, who are you? Oh, your uncle. Okay, we know about you because it's dangerous, man. It leads to people getting misinformation and doing ugly things. Like I know that as an intelligent person, once the government's got you in their legal system, there's nothing you can do to fall out of that. That's just common sense. But apparently, I realized that a lot of people who listen and follow a lot of people on YouTube, their basic cognitive skills are just not there. They want a quick way. There's no easy way out, Unc. There's no Unc. I'm trying to get my degree, and it's hard as fuck. There's no easy way out. I got to study for this shit. There's no easy way out, man.
No easy way out, bro.
They got a thing right now where at school they have this thing called academic integrity, meaning, man, they catch you fucking cheating, man. Listen, man, there's no easy way out of this shit. You got to earn that shit, man. You got to work for it.
They ain't playing.
They
ain't playing, yo.
Dude, they're not playing up there, son. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they ain't playing no high fake motherfuckers trying to cheat.
You're right. You're right.
Yo, man, listen, man, because when you cheat, bro, the way they look at it, because I've seen what happens, man, they're looking at you damaging the reputation of the university. They have a whole system. Ish can tell you, I'm sure Ish went to college, Ish can tell you, they have a whole system to address that shit, man, and it goes on your academic record, too, man.
Absolutely. That's a kiss of death. You are absolutely correct. That's a scarlet letter you never want to wear. Absolutely right.
Smart people get caught, man. Yo, listen, man. There's no easy way out. You got to work for it, y'all. You got to work for it. So, like I said, man, I'm thankful that I didn't even know you guys were doing the show tonight, man, because Ish said he's going to try and get him on the platform, man. I just happened to see just browsing. I didn't even know this was going to be on, man.
Man, after you came on and said all that, I felt so bad, yo. I had to,
because I'm like, man, like I said, man, I like listening to intelligent people. And for me, on Sarnetta's platform, I see this dude as a dude having a lot of potential, and he can do it well. So when this all started coming out, I was like, damn, man. I already started calling him Deacon O'Malley and shit.
I think they did good, man. I think they did good, yo.
Hey, when you gonna upload it, man?
Hey, I'm gonna upload it. I got you. But I'm gonna make sure you get that donation you said you was gonna do. We're gonna keep you on your word now. That's how we doing it.
All right, no problem, man.
Yeah, we'll take care of that, man. Ongoing research fund right there on the Raw Squad.
Do you have it on your website?
No, it's right there. Just go to GoFundMe. I'm in Raw Squad. Okay. Ongoing research. There you go. It's right there on GoFundMe. Go right there.
I'm going to send you $50
All right, do that.
Minutes, bro.
Good.
Will,
we
man.
eating on that. When we go to Philly, me and the fellas going out to lunch.
Put it this way. If I don't do that,
what?
The next time you take my call, you cut me off immediately and say, you didn't send me that $50.
Yeah, but I'm going to say, you can't be talking shit about polite. You like the red.
All right. So I'm going to do that with the next 10 minutes.
Word. All right. It's all gravy, man.
Matter of fact, all right. Hold on. I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah. We're waiting on you. Yeah. Brought the white boys attack my man. Ohio State. Well, I tell you, I'd have been through it this week. It's been a wild week right here. Wild 2 weeks, yo. Yeah, man. Boy. So they she said they in the form asking questions. Really?
Yeah, they in the form already asking questions about, why do Polite live in an apartment if he's focusing on real estate, and why ain't he owning houses, and why ain't he got no commercial buildings, and blah, blah, blah. Which, if they're legitimate questions, you just simply ask the questions, but you also have the opportunity to ask them directly, and, what are you posting it in the form now? When we got that he was live on the show, posted no less than like 5 or 6 times directly that he's live on the air right now, and you ain't say shit.
Wow. That's crazy, man. What is
Hey, not to cut into your wisdom, but where exactly do I go? Where exactly do I go to do this? Is it like on Facebook? Where? Is it at Armin Ross? Or where?
All right, hold on. I'm going to do it like this. Hold on. You got the Armin Ross Squad? Hold on. Where you at? You in our group, ain't you?
No, I'm not.
I'm just listening
on the phone. Nope, I don't think so. I probably am.
You ain't in there. You should be.
I think I am.
That's what I put in.
I'd have to check my email, right?
How about you on you friends with me on Facebook?
No, man, I'm not. I just listen to you. I just call in and listen to you, brother.
Damn, you ain't in Unc West? Go to Unc West. I'm going to put it on my timeline.
I think sometimes, hold on a second.
Sometimes it's Robert West. You go right on my timeline.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, you send me emails on blog. It says blog talk reminder. What say the community? Let's speak. So I see.
Just go to
some blog talk.
All right, go to Facebook. You on Facebook, right?
Yeah, all right. I'll log into my Facebook right now.
Yeah, log in Facebook. While you doing that, man, I want to make sure everybody come and check us out in Philly, man. Philly, New York, and we're going to be in Baltimore the week after that at everyone's place. So we moving around, we shaking and we baking. Appreciate that support, man. And, yep, I think it was a real positive show. What you think, Ish?
Okay, I'm a Ross Squad. Okay, I see. You there?
I'm a Ross Squad scholarship.
Yeah, definitely. Very positive show. Very positive show. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
And at everyone's place too. That's a good bookstore too. Whenever I go to Baltimore, I go there. I go upstairs.
Yeah,
and they got a real. Yeah, they got a real nice selection of books up in there. The God, Lord Kasim always takes me by there every time I'm in town. But I like that bookstore.
Yeah, that's my spot right there, yo. I go there, spend all my money, man.
Okay, I see it. GoFundMe, Armin Ross Squad up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, man.
That's it.
No man of my word, man. When you do good work, you should be rewarded. Just donate.
Nah, man, that's something we're gonna keep. Yeah, that's from a couple months. We did. Well, they did that for me when we went to New York that time. If you look on there, I ain't had a donation on there in about 2, 3. Well, I had one the other day. We ain't had no donations on there about 2, 3 weeks. It's all good, yo. We focusing on the mossy shit right now, the water and what's coming. So it's all good. So people still supporting around. So it's all good. That don't even be the focus. You know, we do that when we go to New York because people really can't afford, you know what I'm saying, to do everything. You know what I mean? So, you know, when we ask the people take care of that. Oh, all right. Hold you to your word. So we all got our word.
Hold on. Hold on. So, oh, I need to put in the figure. My bad. I didn't realize. I'm doing it right now. Okay.
All right. It's all good.
Nothing.
So good. Hey man, y'all can also get them advance tickets.
Put my card number in.
You get that advance tickets for our event. February. Where the hell you at, Bunchy? Hey Ben, you still on here?
Yeah, I'm still, brother.
Hey, what happened, Bunchy?
Over here, 39 hot.
Huh?
Not 38. 39 hot. Goodness gracious of life.
Buzz like
let me adjust my PowerPoint.
To infinity and beyond.
He is beyond.
Oh,
he is beyond rational thinking. Good.
Wow. Yeah, we'll be all right, man. We'll figure it out, man. We'll be all right, man. I gotta get that advance ticket thing back in there. Find out what that's on. Yeah, it's been a long week, yo. Okay. All right, brother. Appreciate that. The brothers appreciate that. All right.
You see it, right? There you go.
Yep. I see it.
I know I could do this, man. You know, when I see you doing good work, man, I hit you up, man. You never know, man.
Yeah, you never know, bro. Yeah, friend me on Facebook, though, man. Unc West, bro.
All right.
Yeah, friend me on Facebook right there.
I gotta go, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I got like class at 8 in the morning, bro. I still listen.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right, brother. Peace. Yeah, man. Okay, so that we have it. Let him get it. You got Bunchy. Hold on, let me get Bunchy on here, man. Oh. You got something to add?
You said his phone died.
Huh?
You said his phone was dying.
His phone ain't died. Add something real quick. Let me call him.
Brother Ishmael Allah.
Peace and blessings. What's going on, man?
I'm over here simmering. I'm over here looking like Goku, man. The energy field's coming up, everything. I'm hot right now, boy.
Oh, good. Here you go.
Yeah, man. I'm trying. He got one foot out now.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Today, Bridget Griffin shared a video of her daily yoga routine, 2 self-help articles, and her new blog called Build Your Inner Bridge with Bridge. Girl, your sharing has turned into oversharing. No worries, Bridge. Geico has some info worth sharing with your 7 blog followers, like how you could save money on your car insurance, update your policy, and report a claim just by visiting geico.com. How's that for building your inner bridge? Bridge, Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15%